Marvin, what do you make of all this?
Man, I don't even have an opinion.
Well, you gotta have an opinion. I mean, do you think that God came down from heaven and stopped us?
Oh, what the fuck's happening? Oh,
man.
shit, man.
Oh, man, I shot Marvin in the face.
Why the fuck you do that?
Well, I didn't mean to do it. It was an accident.
I don't know no better, so let's blame the weather, 'cause I got no care when I hit my groove, 'cause I got no care when I hit my groove. Well, my music's rolling, I'm moving to that kick and swing.
I'll do the impression, but you have it dead on. Like, what was today? I worked with him today, and it was like, I was like, make sure we have this all squared because last time we got all fucked up. And then you were like, it's all fucked up, Corsic.
It's all fucked up, Corsic.
But like, I can get the voice and like the timbre, but he knows like the exact lines.
Yeah, we're both pretty. Well, let's leave it at that. We're square.
There it is.
You and I.
Are we square?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Alrighty, on my right.
At Mitchell Verzi, at Verzi Triplets on all the platforms.
On my left.
On your left is Luke Allen at Uncle Luke 2 on Instagram. I actually have a show coming up this week. This weekend I'm doing a Tight 5 at Chris Villalta's funeral. So I'm going to be featuring Cole Alexander. He's doing a headliner set. So if you guys want to come and bring flowers. But I'm excited about that.
You know, the one thing is Chris would have loved that.
I know.
Really quick. Just a quick little shout out to our buddy. Passed away, Chris Villalta. And he was hilarious. He was bisexual, and boy, did he have some fucking...
Oh, boy, I hope his mom's not listening.
Boy, did he have some hilarious fucking stories.
He was great.
I remember him doing a bit about him being pegged, and he was like... Yeah, I could never do this on stage. And we're like, you just fucking did. He's like, yeah, that wouldn't fly in front of us.
I was looking at his... somebody got a hold of his account, but there were just endless Instagram stories of people just posting, like... And I was like, I couldn't, like... I got too fucking sad. I couldn't even... I got to do, like, 4 of them. I'm like, fuck, it really does suck.
Yeah. So, to you, Chris.
Yeah, we raise a glass.
We love you.
I hope you're up there in heaven fucking...
Telling
looking at
dick
Dave
jokes with Carlin and Pryor.
Yeah, I was trying to think of dead comedians.
I'm pretty sure Carlin got pegged, or no, Pryor got pegged too. So maybe. But, gentlemen, our guest today is somebody that I have known for almost 20 years.
Oh shit!
And we met in New York. But without further ado, please welcome the one, the only, Mr. Russell Lewis. Everybody.
Oh,
thanks. Ow! Pleasure to be here finally.
Finally. I know. I'm so excited to actually have you on the show. So, Russell, I gotta... One thing I have to say is, God, how long have we known each other? Like, seriously, what are the actual dates?
Since 2004 or 5, I think. So, yeah. You kept
taking
me
the cork
liquored,
out.
so I don't...
There we go.
So, for those of you still keeping score,
New Year's Eve.
We actually met in... That's okay. We actually met in... here, let me get that on there.
The beer has overflowed like a champagne bottle. There's going to be a lot of pain this episode.
My cup overflowed. I actually met Russell in New York. We did theater school together. I won't name the school because it's kind of a piece of shit sometimes to... I don't like how they treat their alumni, so to speak.
They asked me to.
I don't like the way you're treating Raleigh.
Yeah.
They asked me to come back and speak on like a panel, and I was like, "Is this to sell the school or to talk about the craft? Because if it's to sell the school, I have nothing nice to say about you guys." And he's like, "No, it'd be about the craft, but we'll get back to you."
Yeah, exactly.
I never heard
back,
so.
They did. But anyways, one thing that I've always loved about Russell. He's worked his ass off, and if you go on Netflix, you can see Russell and his twin brother Matt. Be careful, Verzi.
Oh, got competition.
There's some competition.
I only have one duplicate. So.
I know. Don't worry.
We have no range whatsoever, so I think we'll be all right.
So one thing though that I was kind of stunned.
Wait, did you say what he's on Netflix? I think
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry.
Did you guys both act?
Yeah.
Oh, tight. That's dope. I didn't know.
So if you go on Netflix, you can see these guys on Godless, and you can see them on The Queen's Gambit.
Oh, those are big shows.
Really, really big show. Both hit number one, right? They were number one for a time.
I'm not sure if Godless ever hit number one. It
I'm
was up
pretty
there,
sure it
but I'm
did.
not sure.
How many people at this table have had a number one show on Netflix? 2 of the
Oh
4.
my goodness.
But don't worry, Eric. Our time's coming, buddy.
I believe it is.
Yeah, pretty
Anyways,
soon. Very excited about it.
So, one thing I want to talk about Godless, because this was one hilarious thing that I guess I remember about Godless. You guys were working on the script. You guys were looking at it, and I don't know if we can say we did this, but like, you guys played some treacherous motherfuckers. Like, it was really like nasty characters.
Yeah, they were pretty dark. They go through some things.
Yeah, it was like like real shoot 'em up kind of like fucking vicious people. And one of the scenes they had to do was like they rape some chick on a train, or they attempt to, right?
Well, the first like scene you actually like see us. It's like the two of us raping like a 14-year-old girl on a train.
Everybody else hard?
So it was a bit awkward too, because it would, like, the poor girl playing the girl was like her first acting gig.
Oh,
God.
Jesus.
So
Oh my God.
like, so
Most
It's funny
brutal-
because
yeah,
it's funny
so-
'cause that's what her agent did to her after she got her check.
poor thing. But
How much in tax? Guys, put it back in.
How much do we get if you leave it in? So, wow, I didn't know she was that young.
yeah, she was young.
So I was
mean, I'm not sure if
totally-
the actress was that young, but the
Yeah,
character
that's-
was.
I
but-
totally wasn't the right fucking fit for
Yeah.
that part.
Oh, well, so while getting to that part, we were coaching with Eric because I trust him with everything acting
Oh,
wise.
how little you know.
And so we're like just rehearsing the hell of all the scenes, and so there was a good half an hour where my brother and I just tackled him like an oiled up pig, and
Hey,
Hey,
that's not very nice. He's not old. Jeez.
He said oiled up, you
Oh, this is old. Okay, sorry.
fuck. He defended
God
me for
damn it.
something that doesn't even have a fucking merit for argument. Well, no, okay, so like they had to be really secretive about the script. Cause like they only showed me like certain things, and they were like, "Well, we gotta rape this girl." I was like, "Oh, well, like and one thing like when we were in theater school, like they always preached was it was just like, no, your choreography, like really, we were big, like we liked acting, like that was what we went to the school for. So I was like, have you ever like done a scene with somebody where you had to like hold them down? And I don't know if you guys had, like, I remember we did like fighting and stage combat and shit like that. And I was like, it's kind of troubling. Like, it's really creepy. Like, if you've ever done a rape scene. And one of the things about it was when we were in school, Russ and I were in the same class, and this chick came to me and she wanted to do a rape scene.
I was just gonna say that.
And I remember,
Is it Caroline? I wish I could do an impression of her. That's one I can't do an impression of.
you don't want to. So this girl came up to me, and I remember telling Russell, I was like, I don't really feel comfortable doing this because this girl that wanted to do a rape scene also wanted to like date me.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, because at the time I wasn't out. Like nobody
she
knew
hot
I
or
was
no?
gay. She was pretty, but I'm gay. What the fuck does it
Well,
matter? Like, yeah,
it's just a
be fucking
conversation
Demi
point.
Moore. I don't give a shit. Like I don't.
Well, the listener wants to put themselves there.
But she was also like a little bit more on the method side of things, so like she really wanted to like rehearse that scene. It was
Yeah.
a bit much. I remember you had more of like a shell shock like
Yeah.
after the fact than she did. I'm like, this should be the other way. Eric would literally come out of rehearsal just like,
did you do it?
Yeah, I mean, well, here was the thing. Okay, not to be a shithead, but Russ and I were like really good actors, like
You're a
really
good
good
actor.
in our class. So
That's great.
one of the things that happened was our scenes got selected for like what was it, like final demo,
Yeah.
which was basically like you did good. And so they showed them. And for some reason, like, people would fight with, like, spears and fucking rapier and dagger. And then they were like, here's a rape scene that Eric Rocha's in.
Fuck.
Look at how creepy he can be. And it was so weird because I had to take off my belt and I had to like dangle the tip of my belt in her face like it was a cock. And I was like,
It's all coming back.
you-
No. No.
And I'm like, you like that, you fucking bitch? She's like, no.
Who the fuck wrote this?
Oh well, and it was what it
You're
was.
asking me? I don't know.
It was some. I don't know. Yeah, it was an actual play though.
Oh wow.
Anyway, so I was telling these guys when they had to do Netflix, I was like, hey, not to be a dick, but have you ever actually like gone through like what it is, the mechanics of a rape, just in a scene? And they were like, no, we actually haven't. I was like, it's fucking creepy. I was like, you guys,
Depends what you're
should
into,
be.
No, and what was, again, like just hard about it is she was very green because she was so young. So we spent a lot of time just between takes, just like laughing and joking with her, trying to make her feel comfortable. Because I'm like, this is a hard scene to do, and like her being so young, like we don't want her to have this be her first experience. Is just like
being raped by two muscly cowboys that
Yeah.
Twin brothers.
Now
yeah.
Eric's pinching his helmet. Hand just disappeared.
So and it's so funny because I was like, well, if you've ever had to hold someone down against their will, it's weird.
Yeah.
So I was like, here, let's just feel what it feels like. And I was like, and I think it was like one of those things where it was like, all right, hold me down for like 30 seconds. And it was funny because by the end of it, it was like, fuck, that is so creepy. And it really was, but it really gave like an essence of how fucked up these guys were, because those twins were fucking maniacal maniacs. Like what was the worst thing that it had said about them in the script that they had done? Like, did they kill their family or not?
Yeah, we slaughter our whole family, including an infant.
Now you're making
which,
me like
which,
you.
which may or may not have been our child with our sister. Yeah, so
Kinky.
yeah, we're a bit backwoods. Where we come
Gotta get a
from.
little bit of that Game of Thrones action in there too.
And then and then there's a awful scene where we go and just blast away this whole town of black people, and it was like,
Okay, now I'm really involved in this.
and it was like,
This keeps getting better and better.
and it was like, no, it was awful though, because it was like 2 days after like Trump got elected into office too.
Shit.
So it was just there was this heaviness on set. It was just like there was like no acting in that room. There was just like, and they didn't hate us, but there was just definitely a tension where when you walked into that little smoke-filled house, it was like, oh boy.
They're like, if this is not a metaphor. That's
They're like,
yeah.
because even Jeff Daniels, we were all like waiting outside the door, and he's like, why do we have to do the scene today? He's like, why?
He doesn't
He's
like Trump?
How was Jeff Daniels? How was it working with him?
He's amazing. He's a bit of an introvert.
Really?
Yeah, which not in like a cocky jerk way. He's just very quiet and kind of keeps to himself, which actually now looking back, watching some of the interviews with like him and Jim Carrey, it was always like Jim, and Jeff just kind of sat back and nodded. So it's interesting now to go back and watch all that. But he was so paternal. He took us under his wing. He was a great guy. He was until you were trying to do like your really serious scenes where you're like breaking down and he's telling jokes opposite of you instead of his lines.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
it was like,
God.
come on, we're supposed to be like.
Well, because one thing about Godless that's really fascinating is it is the Old West. So, like, I remember you would release very, very calculated pictures because there was so much shit that you couldn't show. And then I remember afterwards you were like, those horses are better actors than a lot of people I know.
No, they were better actors than almost everyone on set.
Probably better comics than most people know too. I knew these 3 twin horse brothers that used to do a set.
They were penguins.
Shetland ponies.
But speaking of twins, Jeff, the first time we met him was in passing when he came to set for the first time just to meet the whole gang. And we spent maybe like 5 minutes with him. And then the next day we were filming our first scene, the train robbing scene, and my brother and I were wearing these homemade masks.
Sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I
no,
love
it was
Westerns.
amazing.
I've never watched it. I've never seen that show.
No, it was great. And Matt and I are wearing these masks, so you can just barely see our eyes. And he looked at us, and Matthew Russell. And he told us apart just by our eyes after only meeting us for like 5 minutes the day before.
He guessed.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe, I guess, but I mean, he was still cool. But,
Well, it's because, like in Indiana Jones, you wrote your name on your eyelid and closed it. That's what he didn't tell you guys. It's good Raiders of the Lost Ark poll. I'm saying.
well, Matt has a lazy eye, so that made it.
I like him too already. Hey, nothing against that, all right?
Luke's got an eye that one blue left and one blue right. It was
Yeah. One went into semi-retirement a couple years ago. Kind of just goes and takes a break when it wants.
there's an eye in his throat that
Yeah, that too.
keeps an eye on his.
Got a little extra storage down there in the throat, you know. Just,
He's all fucked up, Russell. I don't know
honestly,
if I
yeah.
told you that.
Don't get in your
Had
40s.
some kidney stones too. I mean,
Nothing
He's
good there.
disgusting. Jesus Christ, fucking grandpa over
I
here.
know, shit. I'm like a fucking Civil War veteran running this goddamn show. That's my crutch.
He's got a fucking leg that's made
Yeah.
out of like some weird wood that nobody builds legs
Those
on.
old fucking coal miners doing better than me. For Christ's sakes. Well, I tell you, you're back in 1802. I lost my leg and mine.
You're not in good shape, fella.
Yeah. I'm 31. Nice. That sounds fun.
where did they film that at? It was out here.
We filmed it in Santa Fe.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Okay, you actually,
Yep.
yeah, that's like straight up.
Yeah, we're
Wild
out.
West shit.
Yeah, we're out in the middle of nowhere. Every location was like 45 minutes away from town, so we really just drove out to the desert.
I love
and sat
westerns.
Did you have squibs on you?
there. Yes.
Rad!
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
okay, how bad do squibs hurt? I mean,
they burn, and
do they really?
Yeah. Even like I was probably like 5-6 feet away from this guy, and we shot at each other, and a piece of like because it still shoots shrapnel. And
Oh,
like,
shit,
yeah,
really?
And like the shrapnel like landed on my face, and it just like burned. I was like,
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
no. And then spoilers, whatever. I get shot in the shoulder, and I'm like on a horse, and I looked right over as it blew, and it like all like
Oh,
the red
Jesus.
dust
Oh,
just
fuck.
my face. I was like, ah.
It's not like they have this perfected very well.
Yeah, so
Holy shit. It's fucking brutal.
but
These
We
have
need you
not
as
changed much in 100 years.
We need you as One-Eyed Willie in our Goonies remake.
They'll save us some money on makeup.
You don't mind that shrapnel that burns your eye, do you?
Fucking hey.
no, but
So-
yeah, they're pretty. They're not fun to work with. They're
Are
fun
they-
to work with, but they're still pretty
Are
dangerous.
they loud too? Like, do they like startle you, or are they just like pop?
No, like you don't really feel them. It just pops out, but it's still cool to watch. Like when you're seeing a whole shoot out and you see red dust just.
Do they have the paintball guns that shoot the little dust?
Yeah, we
Probably,
had
those are fucking rad.
Yeah, we had a sharpshooter that was shooting dust bullets.
No,
Yeah, they make it look like little ricochets.
ricochet.
I didn't know until I worked in that Christian Slater cop show.
Yeah.
There's all these guys with paintball, the effects guys, and they shoot all over the fucking, and it makes little dust pops off
that's
the wall.
dope.
Yeah, isn't that cool? That's fucking
I
clever,
didn't
dude.
know
Yeah.
they did
Yeah,
that.
it's rad. I saw.
You
I got
didn't
to
say that, Russell.
I was saving it for this very moment.
Get out of here.
No, yeah, but like the last shootout, like yeah, the guy was just literally just sitting outside the hotel, just.
So
Just
okay,
shooting everything
there,
we could, yeah.
there is a scene where a horse like enters in the fucking saloon. Is it?
and they raped the horse too. That scene was way hotter.
What was it? How did Jack? how did Jackie Kennedy break her arm? Was helping Jack off a horse?
No, that's a good one.
Thank you,
Chris, I hope you're in heaven and heard that. Don't use that.
So Jesus Christ!
I know. Don't let the body get cold
What
first, for
an
Christ's
awkward
sake.
fucking yeah! What an awkward tribute.
Sorry, Mrs. Viet. Your son was very talented. Gonna miss him. I love that kid.
I know he was a good kid. So good kid, smart kid.
Balls in this.
What
By
fucking
Asian.
balls on this Filipino Asian lookalike. One thing that like I love because you've seen The Godfather. Imagine how many squibs did they put on James Caan
Oh God.
A lot.
for that Godfather scene? Do you remember when he gets shot in the toll
Yeah.
booth
On
and
the
it's just
causeway?
like ba 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 ba.
Remember his behind this? They had that behind the scenes thing, and he goes, he's like, "Have you ever wired anybody else with this many?" He goes, "What's the most squibs you ever put on anybody?" He goes, "This is the most I've ever put on anybody." He goes, "I could have lived without knowing that." Just like it's the way he said it. It's so fucking funny. Yeah, he gets asked for that all the time.
He's funny. So one of the scenes though, I noticed that this fucking horse like goes into the saloon that they're in, and fucking like the horse climbs up the goddamn stairwell, and you're still like popping off rounds. You're shooting all these chicks because it's like a town full of women, and you're shooting all these fucking like all these people.
God, I gotta see
how,
this shit.
How do you get this fucking horse to do this stupid shit?
Well, They get paid more than we do. But
They had a picture of a giant, hot, naked chick horse, and they just walked upstairs in front of it and went after it.
Every scene, the horse has just got a huge fucking dick.
They brought in Sarah Jessica Parker, and she just waved and it fucking
Mama! Mama!
yeah. My sister. Woo. Sorry.
Oh fuck.
It's terrible. What if she listens? I mean, God, I'm just burning bridges here.
We just lost our whole Sarah Jessica Parker fan base.
Do, 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 do. Guys, I just sucked a
Do
cock.
you really know the fucking music?
Of course.
How?
When you
feel like
date
everybody
chicks,
knows them.
that's actually not.
I don't know
didn't
the
mind.
fucking music.
That was a decent show. Sex and the City was not bad. If your chick made you watch a show with her, you could do worse than Sex and the City. It was kind of well written. It wasn't terrible.
I didn't like it because it just
It wasn't great. It was what it was. It wasn't. I wouldn't watch it on my own. But if a girl I was dating put it on and we were watching, I'd be like, all right, I can live with this. You know what I mean? It was like tolerable. It was all right. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's decent.
To me, it just focused too much on sex.
Well, it's called Sex and the City.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's again not my kind of fucking show.
Again, you just turned into fucking William Hurt there for a second. Again, not
That's
my
right. You
favorite
turned into
show.
Christopher Walken when you were fucking
Oh, that
scolding
was
me about it.
That was a better pull, William Hurt. It was deeper. Cut.
Yeah, that'll get our fan base up.
Remember that part? Remember the part in
Here we go.
in History of Violence where he's like, "You cost me a lot of trouble, Joey," and he's like, "I don't know. It looks like you're doing pretty good." Because he's in a mansion. He goes, "Well, yeah, but I could have done better." Fucking love that. What a great fucking movie. History of Violence, so fucking good.
That
you ever
is a
seen
good
that?
one.
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch it. It's fucking phenomenal with what's his face? The guy that was in Young Guns too. Viggo Mortensen and Ed Harris. Holy
That's
fuck.
what you know
Ed
Viggo
Harrison.
Mortensen from.
I was
Young
trying
Guns
to,
2.
I was trying to buy time.
Fucking
So
asshole.
if I think I have to have
Really?
a moment. He's great now.
So, quick question though. Like, would the horses get scared of like the fucking fake rounds going off, like the blanks?
Good question, Eric.
The Wranglers would say no. The Wranglers would say, no, they're trained for this. No. When there's like 30 guns popping off,
Yeah,
those horses
that's what I'm
want to
saying,
get out.
like,
Yeah,
That's
so
fucking loud. Like,
yeah.
even when you go to a gun range, they force you to wear like fucking hearing shit.
Yeah. So actually, there was again the last shootout. There's literally 30 of us on horses in the town square, and everyone's shooting guns, and including like 30 women inside. And the horses were going crazy. And like the SAG rep was on set that day. And he's like, "I'm gonna pretend I didn't see this."
Really? That's what I was curious about because
What's the
there's
last time-
so much fucking like there's a lot of horses on set and then you hear all these
Yeah.
fucking rounds going on
Yeah.
and
Well,
people are dying left and right.
It wasn't so much that; it was that like actors were actually in the mix. Like the actors probably shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
There was like we went to the shooting range last weekend and there was a horse next to it. Shit, every time we shot, it fucking jumped. It was the horse was there shooting off his new rifle.
But I mean, we were trained for these scenes, so we all felt comfortable being in those positions. Had we not been comfortable, we could have gotten out of it if we wanted to. But who wants to sit out in that scene?
The best part is
Pretty epic scene.
next time you watch Tombstone and they have the actual shootout, you know, they're all shooting at each other, and Val Kilmer wants the horse to kick the fucking guy behind him, so he goes next to the horse and shoots his shotgun in the air next to the horse. I'm like, fucking 75 rounds just went out. Well, really, the shotgun fucking spooked him. That was the one that fucking did it. Next time, I was just like, that was the dumbest fucking. How did that like get past it on set? And the editor would be like,
because the shooting had kind of died down and then when he
no,
did
it
it
had
was
not died down. They were still shooting.
I don't know.
Get to the fight or get out of here. Remember, he yells at it. He really yelled
Get
at
to fighting or get away.
Yeah, that's what he actually yelled. He yelled at Ike Clanton for real. It's actually a very historically accurate movie. Tombstone.
I saw
Pretty
the
good.
history buffs on that, and they said that it was
close.
even right up to his last words. This is funny, because remember he thought he was going to die of tuberculosis.
Yeah.
Or he thought he was
He
going to
did.
die in a gunfight. and
No, he
then
thought he was
when
going to die
ended
with
up dying
with his boots off.
of
or on.
tuberculosis. He was like, "This is funny that
Yeah.
he was in a thing." But anyways, so you lived a little bit longer than Matt, your brother.
How many episodes were you guys on?
707.
Oh, oh, cool.
Yep.
So you just had one. You guys were like the main bad guys, kind of. In it?
Well, Jeff was the main bad guy, and we were always just kind of his right hand guys.
Oh, okay.
That didn't-
Fuck, that sounds awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I gotta
because
check this out.
Good.
Yeah,
It-
because Jeff Daniels plays as like this like pious villain who acts to be the man of the Lord, and then we kind of do all of his dirty work for him.
Oh, okay.
So we're pretty much always by his side. But
I heard a story about Jeff Daniels. Kevin Nealon was on I think he was on Fitzsimmons' podcast recently, and they said for SNL they were doing a life cast of him for some sketch or something. And the guy that did it fucked it up, and it got stuck to his face, and they couldn't get it off. And when they put that thing on you only have 2 little fucking pinholes to breathe through your nose and a little tiny one in your mouth. And he was like about to suffocate, and they had to like call these doctors. It was like in the middle of the night, like it was like 10 o'clock at night. It was like rehearsal, I think, like the day before they were going to shoot. And they were like, we can't get this fucking thing off his face, and he's going to suffocate. So they had to have these doctors come with this. I forgot what they used, but they had but he's telling the story, and I'm just like, oh my god, dude, it's fucking terrifying. It's like, holy shit, he almost died from the fucking thing.
He almost died in Godless as well.
Really? What happened?
We were doing a scene, and he's having a shootout as they're like barreling down this canyon, going after Jack O'Connell's character, and Jeff gets shot in the shoulder in the scene, and when he's going down through, the horse got spooked by this bush or something, and Jeff was supposed to go right around the bush, and the horse darted left. So he was already leaning this way. The horse went that way, and you just see him tipping off his horse.
Ooh, fuck.
And we all had like actual cowboy wranglers with us whenever we had those crazy riding scenes. And his wrangler saw it, and he literally rode up next to him, grabbed him, like put him back onto his horse, and ended up staying in the show. But Jeff was like, I was about to die.
That's fucking,
dude.
Like, horses. Yeah. I don't fuck with horses at all, dude. Those are terrifying.
They give the stunt guy like $1,000 bonus.
Really?
Yeah,
nice.
just for like saving the show.
Yeah,
it was
awesome. Saving the show. $1,000. Yeah, thanks for saving the movie.
But yeah, Jeff was like, "Oh, I was going down." He's like, I was going down. There's no stopping it." He's like, and then his wrangler came up and pushed him back on.
The old Christopher Reeves treatment.
Yeah.
That's how Harrison Ford got that scar on his chin, because he was the last class that in the old studio system in Hollywood. They would have like cowboy. They would train you to be like an action star, so they give you all the shooting and stuff. So there's like a cowboy training thing where they teach you how to ride horse, do all kinds of horse shit, and shoot from a horse. And he got bucked off a horse and landed on the ground. His fucking teeth went right through his lip.
Yeah, well, the first day of filming for us, I almost died because it was the train robbing scene, and we had to run up this embankment first and like a 150-yard dash, like with 30 other horses along this train.
Yeah.
And my horse was bucking like it was in a rodeo the whole way in.
Fuck.
Had
you had any experience riding a horse before that?
We took some training here in LA just so we'd have a little more before, but no. Yeah. So even my wrangler was like, he's like, I don't know how you stayed on that horse, man, but I like smashed my nuts. I lost my gun in the field. I was like, he was bucking the whole way in, and he did it twice. And so finally they switched him out for another horse, and then we got that shot, and then that horse refused to stand still, so they put the other one back in. And he started bucking again. So the stunt guy, our stunt coordinator, comes over. He's like, Russ, what's going on? You were doing so well in cowboy camp. And he's looking at the horse, and he's like, fucking props. And I'm like, what? The prop person who dressed the horse had a shotgun scabbard. And the scabbards are supposed to go up and down, but they had it horizontal. And it was poking the horse on the inside of the thigh.
Jesus.
And stunt horses are trained with what they call buck sticks for rodeo scenes. So
Eric's got one of those. He takes it to West Hollywood.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So the horse thought it was wearing a buck stick, so it was just doing its job, bucking like it was in a rodeo.
Wow.
So,
that's fucked up.
Yeah,
man.
so it's like, I literally almost fell off that. I'm like, something little like that could just like end anyone's,
Jesus Christ.
I was there, that scene in Django where they all come down the hill with the torches after they run around the wagon. They did like I was there. I did like 5 passes of it, and that fucking hill is so steep. It's like a 90-degree incline. It was all stunt dudes on the horse. They had fucking masks on too.
I hate this fucking story.
And they would, why? Have I told this before?
Yes, you have.
I was like, shit. Should I stop?
No, I'm just kidding. I actually.
They would every scene they would fall off that fucking horse, and there was people waiting on the side, and they would run and grab him and pull him out of frame, and you would just hear like, oh, you would just hear these like grunts and grunts, and you could hear people getting fucking stepped on, and like you could hear people hitting the ground and getting the wind knocked out of them. I was like, dude, this is fucking brutal.
No, horses are not good at going downhill.
It was steep as fuck, dude.
And
it don't look like it in the movie, but it was like a sledding hill. If you were back east, I was like, holy shit, dude. Well, they had to run out and drag him out out of frame before the shot wind out, and you could see fucking stuntmen laying all over the fucking field. It was crazy. I was like, wow.
Even just like some of the scenes where like a horse, even like when a horse just has to fall over.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that thing must get like, I don't know how it doesn't like snap its leg every single time.
I honestly don't know. These horses, like Eric was talking, I had the horse that did the stair stunt was trained just for that stunt. So I had that horse just that one day to go up the stairs. That same scene, there was a horse that was trained to jump out of a first-story window.
Wow.
Into a foam pit.
No shit.
I'm like, how do you train a horse to do that? Like, where's that trust come from?
Remember that shot in Braveheart where he rides the fucking horse right out of the dead? I mean, that looked pretty goddamn real.
Yeah,
how the fuck did they do that? It's a great scene.
Yeah,
But even then, like, how did I
Smashing his
not
face with a fucking mace?
Like, we're gonna need a bigger picture, Sarah Jessica Parker. Can we get her with less clothing, please? Less clothing. That would make the. But instead of putting it in front of it, they put it behind it. Run, Chloe, run! She's on your tail, Chloe.
They play one of the Verzi sets, and then this fucking horse. I'm sorry. You made it like 25 minutes without a goddamn. Sorry, everybody.
I was waiting for it.
You hear him doing that penguin bit.
Just scatters off.
Like it's trying to kill itself. Why is the horse tying a noose? Sorry. They're funny guys. Oh, wait, we got to hear about your Utah show. I didn't forget. I want to hear all about it. Once we move past this.
Utah was cool. The first show we did was literally a kid show.
Oh.
Like kids
So
went
you guys
up.
fit right in. They were like,
Yeah.
we must shop at the same store.
Same size as them, yeah.
They try to sit you down in the audience. Like,
Yeah.
no,
We're going on.
The little fella, you can't be drinking that booze. You want some milk? Who the fuck you talking
They
about?
walk
The
in-
mouth on you.
They hand them coloring books when they're walking in.
It was in our rider.
Was that Sean Boy in a fire of some kind? He had much hair on his head.
He's losing hair so young.
That's great.
No, the first show was like literally like kids went up and like told jokes. So we like
Like little, like 10-year-old kids or something?
like 6.
Jesus.
Most of them were just like jokes that their parents wrote for them. So yeah,
Why is this happening? I thought it was a Willie Mack show.
It was well, no, that was the first day. So we were doing Friday, Saturdays, but then she asked if we wanted to do a guest one on the Thursday show, which was a kid show. We're like, yeah, we don't give a shit. Honestly,
Can you do punch up for the Little Rascals?
no, they were actually giving us notes after the show. That was,
Please stop. Pleaze. Wow, he couldn't even write before. You guys really inspired him. This is the picture of 3 of them with that big Ghostbuster sign over him. Look at Lily. Love your grandson, Frank.
Even the deaf kid was covering his ears. Sorry.
Please proceed.
How'd the show go?
that one was weird.
So this is the day after Willie?
No, that was Thursday.
Okay.
So the shows were Friday, Saturday.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so this is the warm-up.
Yeah, so we just did that just to do it because we're like, oh, kids might recognize us, so whatever. And then we did the Friday show. Friday was cool. The theater's like, you would love Utah, by the
Yeah.
way. You would fucking love it.
he keeps telling everyone that.
Take me next time. I'll go.
Hey, it really took us. So.
All right.
But if we go again, I would, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
The Saturday night show was in a lodge that we, like, literally, everybody that stayed in the lodge went to the show.
Oh.
So it was just like, all right, the show ended and then everybody went back to their rooms. So it's kind of weird. And half the town, it was like some shithole in Utah, like literally outside of Zion.
Sorry, any Utah listeners.
Yeah.
ahead.
But like, no, like half the...
Here's what these big Hollywood stars really think of your town.
Well, it was like all of them are ex-polygamist.
Wow.
So it was like, you know, whatever. You get what? Oh. And then...
So the triplet thing really worked for them.
Yeah, they were all about it. Brother husbands, yeah. Oh, come here, dude. Hi, Astro. That's a dog.
There's a little dog here.
Yeah, sorry, we're watching a dog.
A fucking dog dying. It's not part of those up-tempo goddamn stories.
But no, I say it's a shithole.
And what happened to the Verzi pictures I was supposed to see?
I say it was a shithole because literally every house in the town they stopped construction on because apparently it's you don't have to pay property taxes if your house is still under construction.
Oh man!
So literally every house is like the siding's not done, like
Just
everything.
constant construction.
Yes, literally every house there is constant construction.
Jesus Christ!
But they all just like find loopholes to like just fuck with the government.
Wow.
So it's great. So they don't give a shit.
How many people showed up at the big theater show or whatever?
The theater one was like 80.
Oh,
and
that's pretty
then the lodge was sold out, so it was like a smaller room, but it was like
It only
50
holds 20, but it's sold out.
It was 15.
50. No, it was 50 tight, which was good.
That's cool. How'd you guys do?
Pretty solid. Lodge show went well. I mean, Willie destroyed,
Yeah.
so that's expected. But
All right, well, let's get one of the lodge audiences on the phone. Go ahead. They were terrible.
I was there, and my sister 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 was there.
And my grandbrother.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely going back. The first day we got there, we sat down at rib shop, and our old basketball coach comes up. He's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing here?" We're like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "Oh, I moved here." I'm like, "Oh, just everywhere." Like half the town's just old people from California that are just like, "Fuck it, we don't want to." You know, they sold their house for $1 million and they get some baller ass mansion out there.
Here's
That's
what
not
he's not
finished.
telling you. I was gonna say
Different towns.
Okay.
he wasn't like, "What are you guys doing?" He was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Follow me.
Get out of Malibu, Lebowski.
It's ironic they were all Mormon because you guys were on stage and they're all yelling, "No more, man." Sorry. It's awful. How much time did you do? Half hour?
Don't you dare! That
25.
was gross. Why do you answer him?
I'm moving in along. I can't just fucking hammer him the whole time.
Just
For Christ's sake.
not
I gotta give
him,
a little,
you fuck.
a little.
That terrible joke that you
you liked it.
poisoned my H6 with. Like, the button's not working anymore, son of a bitch.
It is the volume turned down by itself.
Now the beer tastes skunky. That joke ruined the beer.
That was pretty quick though. That was decent.
Yeah.
Oh, please. Shut the fuck up.
Russell, have you done any live performance
Here we go.
outside of like stage acting?
No, I was literally just thinking. I'm like, I could never do stand up. So I
find that so weird that actors can't. I mean, some.
I don't mind like saying someone else's words, but if I have to go up there and be myself, I don't know. We tried it in conservatory, and I failed that class.
Well, everybody sucks. The first time up is hard, dude.
The only funny part, I just got in a box and stuck my hand out.
Oh my
And
god!
then the rest
So
was downhill from
when
there.
when we were this was it was like what 18 years ago.
Yeah, it was right because it was in our improv class, but we were doing stand up that day, and you got graded on how long the class would watch you for. So like you were up there for 1, 2, 3. Eric was like one of the only ones that went for 20 minutes.
So
Holy shit,
here's one of the things that happened though. So you watched in front of the class, and then what happened was there were 6 chairs on the side, and when somebody got tired of watching you, they would just stand up and they would go sit in that chair.
Jesus, that's fucking brutal.
It was a pretty regal process
Well,
to
yeah, so
walk out.
Yeah,
on
so
somebody.
like once half the class wanted to stop watching you, your time was done, and then you were graded on how long you stayed up there. I made it like 3 minutes, and even my roommate was like, "I am so sorry." She stood up. And sat up. I'm like, "Oh, come on."
Oh man.
Yeah, it was rough. Yeah, so I guess that's why I just don't.
They had. I know that's funny because they had that same class, the Virgies, and they did it, and the chairs ran away themselves. The chairs were, it was like Pee Wee's Playhouse. I'm sorry. They're great performers.
At least they can blame each other. Like, those are me.
Chairs just melted. Sorry. They're great. Go see them. The Virgin Triple T, buddy. They're fabulous.
Just
Even the chair. Oh, don't bring me into this.
it's impressive how many ways he finds to say how shitty we are.
They're a good
Week,
time.
week in and week out.
It's
take it from
really a
me.
gift. Don't worry, I got fat jokes fucking coming for me.
Oh, I'm sure.
Got a Gatling gun over here. I'm sorry. I'm insecure.
So, okay, you do Godless, and then next thing you know, you're in fucking Queen's Gambit, which is huge on Netflix still right now. There's still people that like. And by the way, it was like one of the most watched things during the fucking pandemic too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
I
timing.
mean, we had the pandemic to thank. There was not much else being produced at the time, but no,
Fourth
I mean,
lava, that was it.
I mean, so thank you for your help in our success.
Hey, you know,
That's
we help
so
each other out.
weird. Oh my god!
But honestly, between the two jobs, well, like, you know, the ups and downs of the actor's life. Like after we booked Godless, we both thought, my brother and I were like, oh, we've made it. Like it's gonna be work from here on out. And it was like almost 2 years, just nothing. Like, well, shit, that didn't work. Now what do we do? And then
Crazy when twins rape a girl on stage.
what
They can't find work after
what
that.
went wrong? Why don't people like us?
You heard about
You
that?
don't get
You
it.
and the Menendez brothers just can't catch a fucking break.
You heard about that kid that played King Joffrey on Game of Thrones? He like quit acting for a while because people fucking hated him
Hated him,
so
yeah,
much
so
in
much,
real life.
yeah.
He was so fucking good. What a perfectly cast show.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. He was so fucking hateable.
That
Fucking
sucks.
kid. I don't know, he was like the sweetest kid and shit. He's like, I go to the grocery store and people are like, get the fuck away from my
Well,
children.
the one thing I like
Yeah.
about your guys' arc though is that in the beginning, I was like, oh, fuck, they're going to play dickheads again because you guys were so, like, standoffish to the character. And then, fuck you. If you haven't seen it by now, go see it. But then you turn out to be allies. Like, was that, like, a part that you were happy about, like, at least kind of playing against that Devlin type, or it was like it's maniacal?
It's nice because we do tend to get cast a lot as bad guys, usually because it's like the whole juxtaposition of like nice guy next door, but he's actually like a psycho killer. You know, that's the whole.
Cuss-cuss-say.
But no, it was nice. It was cool playing nice guys, but honestly, I thought it was more challenging playing those roles than the Devlins because they were just so more real. When they're more real, you tend to like overthink things way more. Like you're like, am I doing enough? I don't feel like I'm doing anything. And you're like, you get so much in your head.
And that's the thing. The Devlins are so fucking brutal. Like it's just a blood. Like they look like Frank Costello in The Departed when he comes out with fucking blood all over him, and he's like, "You guys go ahead, take a break." And it's like Jesus.
Were they based on real guys or no?
Who?
The guys that you guys played in the show, they were
Devlin.
The Devlins or the
Queen's Gambit?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about Godless.
No. That story was written by Scott Frank. They're fictional yet.
Okay.
But
I fucking love westerns.
No, I would do a western again in a heartbeat.
We're shooting a Nicolas Cage western. I think it's the first one he's ever done. Shooting right now in Montana.
Oh, really?
On Signature Prime lenses.
Can you say it, or are we gonna have to fucking?
I don't know the name. I don't think they have a title. Oh yeah, right. I told you the irony last week of that he took my.
Okay, really quick. Can you tell Russ the story? Just kind of catch him up.
And mustard. So.
I just want to unplug your fucking microphone.
All the dads out there love you.
I'm gonna fucking get Sarah Jessica Parker to kick the shit out of you. I'm gonna have her bite you.
Yeah. Hold the old hand out flat. Yeah.
All right, tell the story.
Well, long story short, I went to the set of a video of it turned out to be Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande, and it was supposed to be big news or secret that they were working together. It was going to be a big reveal, and maybe the old Lukester got a little excited and maybe tweeted something about it, and maybe I put my phone down and picked up and it had like 800,000 retweets, and I was like, uh-oh, and then my phone started ringing, and they were like, what did you just do? And I was like, oh my fucking God. How did I get in trouble? But this was like fucking 12 days before coronavirus hit. So everything got pretty much just the whole fucking world ended up. That was about the only thing that fucking saved me. I was about to get fucking sued.
It started with you.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to fucking...
Like, how do we fix this?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Release the plague.
Yeah. My boss, he engineered it. But, yeah, that was a close one. So, and then last week they we continued our relationship with her shooting, and they forgot about me, and then I have the same recorder. I talked about it on my podcast, and I tweeted it. That's how it got caught. And then here we are a year later. I do my show that day. I cut on my fucking thing, and then I give my Zoom to our client that's going to shoot her and uses it to record her, and I get paid. I rented my sound equipment on the shoot. And I was like, what irony this is, you know what I mean? I can't help it. I was born this way, you might say. What's up, man? That was a clever Lady Gaga reference. You guys like that?
No, I got it.
Mitch can't look at me. I feel like one of his audience members after his show. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
I wish I had the power of telepathy. I just make that thing in your throat get bigger and explode.
That's good. What are you going to like scanners? DC-10s with the scanners.
I thought you were going to say that they took
fog lights in case I got caught in a swamp.
I thought you were going to say they took your audio from your podcast and like accidentally used it.
No, but I was just like, I can't believe I got my job back and they're using my audio gear to
Did you tell her? Did you say, "Hey, you ungrateful bitch"?
No, she canceled halfway through and then she canceled again today. But we still get paid, so
there you go.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
She was unreliable.
God bless her for unreliability for these people's paychecks.
Yes.
So let me ask you: do you get recognized in public then for all that shit? For Godless and for Queen's Gambit?
He was talking to Mitch. Oh, sorry. You're that one that made my
Not
kid cry.
Russell.
Most often, a little bit, but usually when we're together.
Really?
Yeah.
Otherwise, people are like, "Do I know you? Do I know?" I'm like, "No. I mean, I have a twin brother. Maybe you know him, but no." But usually, if we're together, people will be like, "Are you the twins from?" But it's only happened a few times.
Okay, so this is a Verzi problem. Do you guys get hit on a lot?
I was just gonna say, I knew where this was going.
Oh, sure.
Wait, and how? In what way?
Do people want to have sex with you and contact you on the internet?
But solo or together? Where are you going with this, Eric?
Well, yeah, that's one thing with the Verzis is like, don't you guys always get hit up for?
Yeah, no. People ask some pretty perverted, nasty things.
Yeah,
And
banks,
I mean, and
here we go.
You know, to each their own. But my brother and I aren't that close. But
Okay.
But I was gonna ask you, like, we call them twin hoppers. So like,
Interesting.
so
I haven't had that.
We don't usually get hit on by an individual being like, I want to sleep with you both. Usually it's like, I want to sleep with you, and when they say no, they just hop to the other one, like, hey, will you sleep with me?
Really?
So we call them twin hoppers. I don't know if you guys have the
Me
same
and Luke
situation.
get that all the time.
Yeah. Ironically, I get the fat one, and the skinny one wants him. So. We do it just for fun.
There's
Why
not
not?
a lot of hopping.
Yeah. We Eiffel Tower sometimes and pass food back and forth.
You know what's funny
Big
is
chicken like.
we don't really have triplet hoppers. We have more like people know exactly which one they want immediately. They like because we're distinct enough. I don't know.
Sean pick up something. He's the one they want.
Well,
He dropped
Sean,
the quarter.
Sean has a type.
No, he's the one that I want. Oh, Shawnee.
Like you can tell the difference. Like even if you look at Alex over there, like there's a difference between
Yeah,
all
you
of
see,
us.
you can see his balls from his shorts.
Yeah,
Yeah, you actually can.
and then Sean. And then Sean kind of exudes more comfort. So it just
Comfort?
like yes,
Not
100%.
comfort.
Here's the thing, Sean.
He's fucking Sleeping Beauty.
Sean does well for himself because I feel like Sean is like, he's
Yeah, he has a musk of rest.
exactly. So it's like girls don't have to always be on their they don't always have to work out and like be on their A game because Sean's not on his A game. So
Of course not.
Yeah.
Look at him.
that's what I'm saying. But like that's the comfort that girls want typically.
You know what's so weird? Really quick, I gotta interject this. I was looking at a picture of you guys on the Gong Show, or whenever you're working out and you're doing.
Is this
that.
in the middle of you jerking off?
No, I was done by this time.
Okay.
I was looking at things to show Russell to be like, okay, this is who the Verzi triplets
You mean those
are.
photos in there? Our memorabilia,
Oh my god!
self-made memorabilia.
Right
I was
behind.
gonna say they're awfully tiny.
They were.
Did you saw that at your kids
Yeah.
show the other day? Was that?
Yeah.
This was
It
made
was
by
skin tight.
this was made by Taiwanese children.
100%.
So see some of the blood on there. You stitch faster. No! No! Three triplets. 3. Put another bad joke in that gun.
God damn it! God, no more stitches, Oh, you cocksucker!
No, but Eric has shared a lot with me about you guys, and you should really start closing your blinds at night.
Lock in your underwear drawer.
Listen, he's had plenty of opportunities to steal our boxers or do whatever he wants. He actually does not want. Like I remember, you wanted to get a photo of Sean's ass for a photo of Sean's ass for a long time, and then when he agreed to do it, you didn't want it.
It's all
Oh
about the
yeah,
taste.
you didn't take care of it. That kid's asshole. If you were to open up a peanut butter sandwich, like you remember Elvis used to eat those peanut butter and banana sandwiches,
like an Uncrustable.
But I know it's of all of them, Sean doesn't look like he takes care of his asshole as well as. Anyways, I don't listen. We might be getting some tasteful audience members from Russell, so we want them to at least have one episode that they can listen to before
His
we
agent
start.
is already is canceling him right now. He's already. It doesn't even come out yet.
Wait, you didn't do an interview with old Luke Allen, did you? He's box office poison.
You got pictures of him all over William Morris with my face. Wanted for crimes against Lady Gaga and others.
Is it's fucking him and Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah.
It's a box office poison.
He will call to bother you to get famous people for his shitty sketches. Do not answer. I have. Eric was when the last thing Tiny Lister ever filmed was Eric.
Debo.
It was
Yeah.
Debo, if you ever saw Friday. But anyways, so let me ask you this. What is the most inappropriate request you ever got online?
Online?
Yeah. And then hold the microphone up to your face like we studied.
I mean, that's kind of a request. They said hold it up really close to your face and then pretend we studied.
I got a question.
Hang on, let him answer, and then you go.
Right. Sorry, I'm not used to holding so close to my... Maybe. All right.
Okay.
So,
what is like the most inappropriate thing that like a chick or a dude has asked you guys like online where it's just like Jesus Christ?
no, I think just the most inappropriate is just like the twin stuff. It's like sometimes it's just very, very inventive.
Really?
I'm like,
No, it's true.
Again, I understand it's a fantasy, but I'm like, you really say this to people? I'm
It's
like, come
incest
on.
as well. Like
I
everybody
was
always
gonna
forgets
say,
it's
yeah,
incest.
it's like
It's illegal in
incest.
38 states.
And you're like, and we moved out of those states that allowed it.
No, but I think it's mostly that. Other than that, like, I have a guy who constantly hits me up asking if he can buy me hundreds of dollars of briefs and tube socks and then take pictures of myself and send them to him.
Not a bad gig. You
It's
said
not a
you
bad
went 2 years
gig.
without work.
I've almost thought about it. I'm like, because not only is he supplying like Calvin Klein's and some really nice tube socks, but he's also like willing to pay me thousands of dollars. I'm like, well, I mean,
fucking
worst
crazy.
case scenario, just some sexy photos of me in my underwear leak. It's like,
Yeah.
it's blossomed others' careers, so why not?
Yeah. We there's a porn star named Brent Corrigan now.
He's been
And,
to my place.
It's hilarious because like everyone's always like, I'm doing really well. Love and light, everyone, love and light. And then like 3 weeks later, he's like, all right, so this is tough. Like, I've never asked for this, but I really need some money. It's just like, you poor, handsome bastard. This guy's story is crazy. He was the guy, though, that I remember I told you one porn company wanted to shoot with him, but he was already like signed to another porn company. So the fucking producers of that porn company killed the other guy.
Holy shit.
And they ended up going to jail.
Holy fuck.
And then he actually used Brent Corrigan, the FBI did, to kind of capture that guy, the guy's talking about it. And they put a bug, and they were like, well, we're going to a nude beach. And he was like, well, how the fuck, where can we?
Wow, that's
where
a hell of
can
a
we-
story.
It's really interesting. He's like,
He sat on it?
where could we? No, he could, but trust me. No, here's how they bugged him. They put the bug in his car keys.
Oh.
So obviously he just kept the
Well,
car keys.
not
and
as
was like,
exciting.
shoot, I know, right? It's not nearly as.
They're
Fucking,
trying to play it in court. All you hear is jingling the whole fucking time. You're like, I want you to kill this guy.
Didn't someone make a movie about that a couple
Oh
years
yeah,
ago?
he denigrated him. He was like, this movie's terrible. It I don't know. I don't think that they gave him as much money as he wanted either. Because I mean, if it's a movie
Story of
about
his
your
life.
life, I was gonna say, dude, this poor bastard. Like,
Fuck.
You've told
who
me
would
about
have
this
thought
guy,
that
yeah.
though? Yeah, I have. I was showing you pictures of him too. But I think the
yes.
shitty thing about this is it just like there's like very few porn stars that really are good money managers that I've seen. Like, not to say that they're all terrible with money, but it's just like, man, when that industry fucking chews you up and spits you out. Like, it's sad what happens to some of these.
Well, I mean,
fucking
yeah, I
It's
mean, he
ironic
was
'cause
just
they do a lot of spitting out the whole time.
not necessarily. It depends on what you watch.
True.
How do you like that? Fuck.
no, but he was just one of those kids that never got into like the producing side of it. He was always just held down, literally.
Yeah. All the ones that made money transitioned into directors and producers like Jenna
seriously.
Jameson.
And I don't think he was ever given that option. But he was a friend of a friend, and he was at my apartment. Were you there that night?
No, I wouldn't invite you. You guys probably knew better.
Yeah.
I was like David Arquette and Buffy the Vampire Slayer hovering
Yeah.
outside your window. Let me in, Russ.
No, but
Deep fucking pull.
There you go.
yeah, because he was in LA. He was trying to. Funny enough, he was actually trying to get an acting manager, and he actually met mine without me know. But anyway, he was a friend of a friend. He was a nice guy, but there's the sadness in his eyes. You could just see that he was.
That's fucking crazy.
Did you ever hear the story about there's this old comedian? I think in the 30s. His name was Joe E. Brown. He was kind of famous on the circuit, and it was back when the mob owned every fucking comedy club. And he was owned by like one family or something like that, so you were only allowed to do their clubs. And they found out he did another family's rival clubs, and like they literally tried to kill him. Like they shot him in the face. They beat him. Like they thought they beat him to death. It was actually a young Albert Anastasia that did this. Beat him and fucking cut his tongue out too for a message. He fucking survived. He taught himself how to walk again and talk again, and like fucking 2 years later, he was doing shows again, and the entire mafia were like, this fucking. They had so much respect, and he never told the cops. And they said this guy can do any fucking club, and like the whole rest of his life, he just coasted because the mob loved him so much. They gave him all these. He just worked nonstop for the rest of his fucking life. Isn't that a fucking that dude needs a story about him? He's crazy. I know he's friends with Ty Cobb too, randomly, but like,
oh my god,
yeah, look at my. I think his name was Joey Brown.
Meanest motherfuckers of all time, too.
Yeah, but it's a fucking cool story.
You gotta admire that commitment to the craft.
No shit. I wish you guys had.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Someone should do that
Christ.
to you. I'm sorry.
Fucking.
God damn it. They're funny.
I feel like I gotta threaten murder to get you guys to open a fucking notebook.
Yeah, we do TikToks now.
Hey, 1.5 million followers. It's gone up.
We're at 1.3, I think.
Oh, okay, almost 1.5 million. So what do I know?
Right now, but
I can make fun of them. These guys are worldwide superstars.
They certainly are.
Big in Asia. Yeah.
I'll make the joke again, literally.
You TikToking?
Is that a hike joke or?
Probably both.
Thank you. He got it.
Probably both.
He's one of us.
No, I can't do that.
One of us.
I'm not good at.
One of us. Google gobble. One of us.
I have never been good at the social media thing, so
Good, you're better off.
Well, no, because again, TikTok, I feel like it's just too much pressure on me to be creating and performing. I'm you give me something to do, and I'll do it.
It's free fucking content that they want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
But me trying to create my own content, I'm like,
Well, there's trends. I mean, you just follow the trend.
You're better off, dude. Don't.
I mean, I agree.
Let me ask you this.
I also can't dance, so
I can't. I'm gonna say, wait a minute. Why are you fucking telling them? Like, why are you championing their dancing? Those fucking minions.
Eric, remember the bolero?
Oh my god! So when we were in theater school, we used to have to wear these dance belts, and I swear there was a string that was maybe a fucking inch, and I mean this thing would just hike up your ass.
The hell's a dance belt?
It's a dance. It's
a reinforced
designed,
thong.
It's like a girdle,
Yeah, it's
right?
like a thong to keep your balls in. Yeah.
It's like a padded reinforced thong.
Yeah, because
kind of
think
dance
about
is
because
this?
like well, we had to do like classical
Yours must have looked like one of those
dancing.
sumo wrestler ones.
What does that have to do with acting? Hit you with a line drive per second. Verzi's revenge. I got one coming.
57 minutes to warm up.
Seem like harmless little fucks. You unleash the lion.
No, like when you do ballet or any type of dance, like they make you wear tights.
But why
So-
did you? Weren't you in school for acting? They make you dance
Yeah,
too?
they make you dance because it's part of the curriculum. Yeah, it's actually not bad because it really does force you to get inside your body. Like you have to learn like if you're doing a limp, they make you learn like the anatomy of the body. Like
They
okay,
just put a stone in your shoe like Dustin Hoffman did in fucking Marathon Man.
there
or in
you go.
Midnight Cowboy. I'm sorry.
Well, they wanted you to know, like, they wanted it more specific. Like, okay, if you were doing Richard III, exactly what did he have? And you, like, learned that he had, like, spina bifida.
Oh.
And then, like, it wasn't, like, quite the fucked up hand. He had, like, a deformed hand.
Yeah.
So they just, it was about specificity is all it really was. So, I mean.
It was also the school. There's one way they're going to get Eric to work out.
I like pictures of that guy.
Make him dance.
The interpretive dance from Big Lebowski. That's all I picture with the fucking. I thought you'd come and give me notes.
I'll tell you this, we fucking hated Russell. Because Russell's pretty fucking lean, dude. Like, if you get a chance, look at his Instagram. What is it again?
Russell Dennis Lewis.
Okay, they're really creative.
3 names.
But yeah, like he's fucking ripped. So all of us fat fucks that are like wanted to be Pacino and De Niro were like, who is this fucking asshole? Like he looks like Laurence Olivier. And so then like
I was actually sick the day of the final, and our instructor was like, "You don't have to do it. I'll just pass you."
yeah, like he didn't have to do it, and they were like, "Whoa, Fatty, where are you going?"
but I still did it.
We need you to pirouette. We need you to belay. We need you to like all this stupid shit. And I was like, and you could tell who was like of my class. Like it was probably me and I'm trying to think. Me and my ex-boyfriend, like, I was like, I can't get used to this fucking thong up my asshole. And I remember watching my fucking ex-boyfriend dance, and he was like, I think it's fine. I was like,
well, you had him nice and prepped for it.
yeah, I was like, will you marry me? I love you.
The first one just got sucked right in. Just disappeared like a fucking, like a handkerchief out of airplane window. It's gone.
It couldn't have been that bad because you were asked to do the rape scene later on. So the
guy bent over and just heard, you heard like a like a fucking like wind going through a cave. Seagulls. And you just hear his father's tears in the back. Sweet boy. Eric really did a number on him.
You know what's weird? Jason Derulo was in the class above us.
Really?
Or Derulo, whatever the fuck his name was.
And then it's our singer?
Singer,
Yeah, and then we went to school with
Explains a lot.
Yeah, we went to school with Nicole Byer.
Oh yeah, she's huge right now. I literally glow every time every time I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like I would just go there.
Really?
Yeah,
named after the ice cream that she eats.
What you know what? One thing about it, she fucking broke my door down. I remember. I was pissed.
Well, you got the last ho-ho then. The fucking I'm sorry.
Well, no, we were
Sorry.
both fucking. Oh yeah.
Is she a heavy chick? I forget.
Oh, seriously?
I've seen. I can't remember. I've heard the name and I think I've seen like a picture. But
Imagine
Yeah.
Lizzo doing stand-up.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. How happy
Digging,
are you?
he's
It
digging,
was
he's
a
digging.
Z.
That's just
How
a
happy
fact.
are you?
It's
It was
she's
a Z
big-
instead
she's
of
a
an
big
S.
black
I saw the fucking. I saw the Rocha grounds crew going to work on that one. Whistles blowing. Get to work, boys. Something here. They were
That's
running
what
around.
she looks like.
They were running around the beach
Okay.
with metal detectors trying to find a Verzi joke. More seagulls. Oh.
So, no, it was great. Like Russ, one thing I really am happy about is, I remember when I moved out to LA, I had called you and I was like, dude, because you were working. Where were you working at the time? Speaking of Sex in the City.
No, but you literally are the reason I moved to LA. So all my success, Eric.
Now it is on
because of
fucking,
you.
It is on the
It
podcast.
was pounded.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, Eric convinced me to move to LA. So no, but I was working at this restaurant called Cafeteria. It was a 24-hour restaurant, but it was like the club after the club. But it was like famous because they filmed one scene for Sex in the City there. But for some reason, everyone thought it was the place the girls always went for lunch. So it just blew up because this uber famous place for a reason it shouldn't have. And so it was just the place to be. But yeah, I worked the graveyard shift there for like 6 years.
That's like the coffee shop everyone thinks Pulp Fiction was filmed at. I still like it's over on like Beverly. And I'm like, no, it's not. It was in Torrance, and they knocked it down the fucking week after they fucking wrapped on it. Everyone thinks they know that coffee shop.
Here's
Long gone.
what's crazy though about it was Cafeteria, I believe. So, fucking, what was the craziest shit in terms of celebrity that you saw there?
I mean, we saw everything from Paris Hilton
Just
to
hanging out eating.
Yeah, hanging out,
Okay.
eating, passing out under the tables, being
Hell yeah.
so plastered they had to get carried out by their security guards.
There was, I was gonna say, I had, and it's not
I
you
hate to
saying
throw her
this,
under the
but-
bus, but only because she was an awful tipper as well. So
Who's this?
Yeah.
Mariah Carey.
Oh.
They would
Shocker.
they would close down the private lounge for her and like her and her friends, and then they would just comp everything for free, and then she'd leave you like $20.
Justin Bieber did that to us too at the bowling alley. They fucking gave him like $500 worth of food. He tipped jack shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Fucker, yeah.
Well, one thing too, I remember.
Oh, and when she came in, we had to play her music on the.
Oh,
That's pretty
oh
dope.
my god.
That's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, shut up! You make me watch your stand-up when you come here.
What a flex.
How insecure are you, for fuck's sakes? I've never heard a good fucking story about that woman ever. She's a fucking nightmare.
I've heard some terrible. You know what though? I heard Lindsay Lohan was a fucking handful back in the day too.
She was nice at least, but she did black out underneath the table. but those were her like rough years. But she was always nice. She was always a really nice person.
I worked there for like a week, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this shit. She like
Too tempting?
she asked. She's like, I want a half a cup of baked Gouda macaroni
an espresso
cheese.
cup.
Yeah, and it was like, are you fucking
little
kidding
one?
me, lady?
Yeah, so she get an
This one's
espresso
on?
cup of mac and cheese.
Yeah,
And she's like... But again, I felt bad because she like just put out this like article, this interview where she's like, I don't try to follow the Hollywood standards. I'll eat whatever I want. And then like she comes in and she's like, I'm getting the mac and cheese, but can I just have an espresso cup? And we're like, yeah, I
you
guess.
fucking yeah.
And she's like, I'll pay full
stupid
price. We're like, damn right
tool.
you are. You're Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
But no, but again, like she was always nice, but you could just tell she was not
Yeah.
happy.
Okay,
She
do
was
you
always
think
so
that?
sad.
Do you think that kind of influenced you on how to act? Like now that you're an actor and that you actually work with people that have to make sure that you look good and that you do things.
Well, no, I think that just comes from a strict Catholic upbringing and getting our asses whooped if you don't act accordingly. I mean, everyone has their horror stories of meeting their idols, and they're not always great.
Where'd you
stories.
grow up? Where you guys from?
I grew up upstate New York. So like,
Oh, that's right, you
Yeah,
mentioned
so
it.
like
Okay.
4 hours north was so we call it the north south because it's like all dirt roads and trailer parks and rednecks. Yeah, like one of my first jobs as a kid, my brothers and I, there's four of us, we used to help one of the local
You used to
farmers.
scare the crows away from the corn.
That was before I got my left lip fixed.
Then he realized I should do sit-ups and pull-ups and
But,
look fucking ripped.
Yeah, but it was like so rural that we used to help this farmer bale hay all day, and he would pay us in corn.
Wow.
And our parents let this happen.
Nice.
Yeah. Didn't
But
remember
no,
though.
yeah,
remember
so-
though. Then that time your dad defended a black guy who was innocent, but then the town found him guilty.
That's too deep for me.
I was trying to do Atticus Finch.
That's what I thought. Never read the book or saw the movie. But I had a feeling that.
I mean, my dad would.
But Page and Hickory Nuts.
But I don't think there wasn't a single black guy in town, so I don't know.
I forgot it was
Your
upstate
characters
New
killed them all.
We were paid to do it.
Were we close to,
Tell it to the Nuremberg judge. Come on.
were we close to like Syracuse?
Like an hour and a half south of there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Where are you from again?
Buffalo.
Okay, yeah. So we grew up like 20 minutes west or east of Binghamton. Would be
Oh,
the
okay.
next closest.
Yeah, that's a rough area. There's not much there.
No.
So how
he
far
baled
were
hay
you
for
guys?
corn. Yeah, that doesn't
I mean-
sound like there's shit around.
Pretty in the fall, but
I mean, Buffalo's at least 4 or 5 hours from there. It's
Oh, okay.
yeah. We're like 6 from New York City.
Six,
We're
yeah,
the
okay,
exact,
6
almost the
is-
exact same drive and distance that San Fran is from here, which is so fucking weird. It's like 640 and like 625 like miles. I'm like, what the fuck? It's almost like the same goddamn thing.
Jesus Christ.
Who's the most famous person's number you have in your phone?
Ooh.
I mean, you don't have to say their name. You don't have to get the fucking number
yeah,
out.
you don't. Well, no, you don't got to throw out any stories, but go ahead.
No, no, probably Michelle Dockery or Jack O'Connell. I mean, I had Anya
Fuck, I got
Taylor.
better ones than you.
I mean, I had Anya Taylor-Joy's number in Germany, but I think it's probably changed since then.
She's hot.
Who's
But
that? Okay.
She's the one in Queen's Gambit. She's
I
the
thought you
main
had, like,
character.
fucking De Niro or something. God damn it. It was a fucking... All right.
Wait, what about you?
Mike Starr and Kevin Pollak.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Forgot you were on that
I think I
show.
got more. I know. Who else is...
Virgin
Sure, I got some more. Besides the Virgin Triplets.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's weird because I go to call you guys and my phone automatically redirects to Gallagher. Weird. Like, why do you keep calling me? I'm sorry.
What am I, a hack?
Yeah. And then like water sprays out of my phone all over me.
Yeah.
Smash a watermelon.
Water from the girls you date.
He does like a soaker.
Yes, I do.
I think. Let me see.
Go, Eric. Who did you? Well, we know who yours are. JD, probably.
I don't know. I don't know if it's still, but I used to have Brian Singer's number in.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good.
But
Mike Starr's pretty good. Frenchie from Goodfellas pretty good.
Frenchie's is very
And I
good.
talked to him on the phone. So I just want to let everybody know. Yeah, he's a close personal friend of mine. Remember King Comedy?
Yeah, it's so nice you got him on the podcast, by the way.
I'm trying. His wife won't let him do anything. She's
so
all
weird.
COVID paranoid.
No.
Excuses.
Someday.
Yeah, instead we get a,
Can't zoom it in?
I'll give my.
instead we get a fucking low-level rapist on fucking Western.
Yeah.
I was paid to do it.
You made fat jokes. Russell, what is the most embarrassing memory you have of me from our college days? Oof. And I'll tell you from our regular days that embarrassing moment I have of you.
Oh shit. I don't.
There's no pressure.
I don't think I ever felt that you embarrassed yourself in front of me.
Or I should say,
you were pretty,
memory.
I mean, you were pretty lonely for a long time. And you'd come in and visit us at work because you knew we couldn't get away. So we had to kind of just sit there and talk to you.
Holding you hostage.
It wasn't quite embarrassing. It was a cry for help for sure.
You're getting stuck talking to Mike Sasson after a minute.
But embarrassing? No, I don't think you've ever really embarrassed yourself in front of me. No. I mean, again, I don't remember much from. It's all just a big.
You were
fog.
always working. Like that. That's one thing that
I was always
remember.
working. And I was always dating very controlling people.
Yeah.
So I was never allowed. Even when I wasn't working 2 jobs, I was like locked in my.
Well,
dorm
yeah,
room.
like
I wasn't allowed to leave.
it was ridiculous. Like, can Russell come out and play? And like, Russell's busy. I was like, Jesus,
You don't have a
Christ.
cousin, Patty.
Scrubbing the floors on my hands and knees.
We'd sneak him files and shit and birthday cakes.
I just send kites like in prison, fucking shoot little things under the door.
We did have to shimmy out of like the first floor window a couple times. Just
God.
Fuck.
So one thing I got kind of famous for in college was
Standing in front of a cannon. Like a fucking. All right. Moving on. We'll take a bomb.
Okay, wait to see the numbers for this week on Libsyn. Fuck.
Oh, you know.
what's your next gig?
I had one good one.
You sent a shutter to the whole building. The dog ran away. Brutal.
That dog's trying to hang himself.
God. Fucking, I thought there was an earthquake for a second.
Boy, that was a bomb and a half.
You know, that's how it goes. Hazard of the job.
Boy, you just it's so easy for you.
It really is.
Yeah, I've had a couple. I know.
Have a knack for it.
Like, hold on these grenades. Hey, who pulled the pin on this one?
The one that got away. One night the Versies get flying real high. They start doing a little grenade juggling act. Jordan's laughing.
Look at Mitchell when you're talking to him, son.
God doth have a sense of humor.
Cut it out, Luke.
Let me ask you something, Mitch. Were you unfunny before you started?
His name is Mitchell, Luke.
This is a Ranger chokehold, Luke. It takes both hands to get around your big fat throat.
I squeeze. I break that avocado pit in your throat.
Afraid it'll blow up like a grenade. All right. That was a sentiment woman run there.
Jesus Christ.
That came out of nowhere.
Fuck.
Thank you, Mitchell.
What was the question?
I don't even fucking remember.
Oh, no, it's special talent.
Yeah, something you were famous for in your dorm.
Yeah, something you were famous for.
he did something. Yeah.
So
embarrassing.
My so they remember they had these really strict rules that you couldn't have anybody over after like what was it like 9 or 10?
Well,
In college? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, not even that, but you couldn't have anyone in your dorm room unless you had like a visitor's pass that was
Ew.
approved
Yeah.
by,
And
they
even
had to
if-
be like related.
Even if it was family, they weren't allowed to stay the night.
Fucking dumb.
It was like strict.
One
New
girl
York
gets
City.
killed,
Yeah.
and it ruins all the rest of our college's experience.
So I remember.
Jeez.
I got a sparkling water. Sorry. So,
That's your
anyways,
sparkling personality.
I remember that I I had like a really big suitcase, and I was like, okay. And at the time, Thomas was like, he was really like limber. He was like dancing and shit like that. I told him, I was like, babe, I was still in the closet at the time. I was like, babe, I bet you we could get you in that fucking suitcase. And he was like,
oh, God.
What? And I was like, babe, I bet you. And I remember.
Why would you think that?
I remember goading him into. I was like, okay, look, you are like one of the most limber people in your class.
Like the little guy from Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Honey, you're stealing diamonds.
Yeah. He opened his suitcase like in Pulp Fiction and the light coming out from his asshole. Oh, we happy. Your boss makes you fuck his dirty laundry when he wants to clean. Just a cigarette hanging out of Eric's mouth. Looking at it. Eric, we happy?
Oh man, I shot Thomas in the face.
Yeah.
Just jerking off. Anyways, I'm sorry, Thomas. He's married now to a much more successful man than I. So sorry, Thomas.
Probably doesn't make him get in suitcases for fun.
So anyway, I know.
Why'd it end, Eric?
I know his husband called me. Why the fuck does my husband like getting in suitcases?
Yeah. He's flying. I put him in overhead. Saves me a lot of money.
So no, we would go to 61st and it was Columbus, right? 61st and Columbus. It was right near Big Nick's, and so I would open the fucking suitcase, and I was like, "Please," and he's like, "Okay, fine." And I remember he would lay down in it. I'd shut the top, and this little fucker, he would like maneuver himself.
That's pretty awesome.
And I remember I'd zip it up and I'd fucking pull it in, and it had wheels on it, so I'd roll him right in.
Holy shit.
And I just remember telling the guy, I was like, hi.
The guy from Tiger King. Fuck.
And I told him, I was like, I remember what the guy was like, what do you have in that suitcase? And I go, oh, my laundry. And he's like, oh, laundry day. And I'm like, I can't wait to get this laundry out of my fucking body.
Yeah.
And so
I don't remember Agnes sounding like an Indian guy.
No, it was Ray. It was Ray, the security guy, because I would always bring him in. And I remember one time, poor fucker, I had him in the suitcase, and I used to pull the strap, and when I pulled it, it hit like this weird like bump, and the fucking handle came off, and the fucking suitcase hit this like really sharp
falls down the stairs.
Yeah, it really like there were stairs right there, and you just like you remember in Casino when Pesci falls, like his ribs hit his brother Dominic, like his ribs hit his fucking hips, and you just hear Pesci go. That's the sound that my ex made at the time. He's
so
like,
it just turned you on to put him in a suitcase?
No, it didn't turn me on. We couldn't get him in because anytime he came to visit me,
we couldn't have visitors.
Sneak him in your dorm.
Yeah, they would have to turn in. Yeah, they would have to turn in their ID. I thought you just
like for fun. You just took him through like fucking. Oh
yeah, and then I put my dick through the. No, absolutely. He would have cut it off. Yeah,
that's something.
So I remember, that was how I would get him in to stay the night, and then I was in the closet too. Because it was like, all right, like, it was better than fucking the Philippines. Like, you just sneak it. And I remember, like, I'd bring him in my room and unzip him, and he'd stand up and he'd be like, and I'd be like, oh my God, like, I don't know why this is so hot right now. And he's like, don't touch me. Like, he had to have, like, a good, like, 3-minute, I'm so fucking angry right now.
Fucking human smuggling.
Exactly.
I thought I was horny. Jesus Christ, this guy. Crawled through the air conditioning vents and shit. Fucking.
Well, and it was a fun time though, because like after I would open it up, he'd come out and then he'd grab my robe, he'd take a shower, and then what I would do is when he was getting ready, I would go get us like a pizza, and then we would just. I remember.
You had one of those rooms that had a shower.
Absolutely. Well, no,
I had to use like the gas chamber at the end of the.
Well, no, I had a room. It was a single, and it was right next to the shower. So he would just sneak right in and then he'd sneak right out. But
the showers were like these 3-by-3 foot boxes that used to be solitary confinement rooms back when our dorm
it was like a mental
asylum.
Holy shit!
So the shower was literally like a shower head coming out of the wall with a steel door with 3 air holes. Punched in,
Fuck.
and that was your shower. 3 by 3
I'm so
foot
glad I
room.
didn't have to fucking dorm. God.
God, it was fun.
lived
I
close enough,
loved
thank
it. I loved it. I wouldn't change anything. Remember we had Liam Neeson that lived close to us?
No.
He always used to walk his son to school.
Really?
I remember that. Yeah. Because I was like, holy fuck, he's so tall.
I
He's
remember the
really
lady
fucking
next
tall.
to me. They had to come on clear a room out every couple months because she'd mummify rats in toilet paper.
Oh, yeah. Like bed bugs were a big problem. Where he
Scabies.
was.
Everyone
Where-
had scabies in
Yeah,
those
well,
days.
not me, but you speak for your fucking self, you fucking hillbilly redneck.
You saw Liam Neeson doing that guy with a special set of skills. Too. I can fit my squeeze into a fucking suitcase. His innocence was taken. All right.
You know,
I reached a little too far for that trapeze and I
I was
missed
going
it.
to say, you got greedy.
God damn it. I was the
The-
Melendez that missed the fucking...
The worst thing about it was I remember because the poor thing would be in that suit and it was hot in that motherfucker. And the deal was when he got ready, he'd shower and then we'd just cuddle and whatever. But I would always go to Francesco's and get pizza.
He went through all that to cuddle.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we did other stuff, but I remember I would go to Francesco's to get pizza. And I remember I got like a fucking pizza, and as I came in, they were like, "Damn, you're gonna eat a whole pizza?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Can I have a slice?" And I was like, "Oh, all right, I guess." And like one day, like 5 people, they were like, "Dude, I'm so hungry. Can I have a slice?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." Like I went to the bathroom and I went back, and there was like 1 slice of pizza left.
Fuck.
And my
They bring
phone,
one to an open mic.
my phone, like I could feel my phone in my pocket just. And I was like, "Oh my god, he's probably fucking eating, like he's probably chewing the fucking wood on the suitcase." Right now. So I had to run to fucking Francesco's and get another pizza. And I remember I was like, "I have no money for the week because I bought 2
Oh my
fucking
God.
pizzas." And he was like, "Where the fuck are you?" And I was like, "They ran out of cheese."
Oh, God.
He's like, "The pizza place ran out of cheese." And I was like, "Isn't it crazy?"
I had a Jersey Mike's run out of fucking bread one time down the street. I was like, "Are you
Jesus
fucking kidding me?"
Christ.
Yeah, it was an order for when we were shooting at the shop,
They
and I
were
called
trying
it
to
in the.
sneak his wife in.
Yeah, no shit. I called in the day before, and then an hour before I was supposed to pick up, I was like, "We ran out of bread," and I was just like, "I don't even fucking know what to say right now. Like, I can't. This is fucking
Sandwich
the same thing
spot
I've
ran
ever
out of
fucking
bread.
heard." The sandwich place ran out of bread. I was like, "You fucking idiots!" I was so pissed.
Well, I remember too. The thing about Russell was Russell always had to. You always worked at Jamba Juice. Too.
I was just gonna say that there was a time when I was so broke. I was literally at the end of the night when they throw out all the baked goods. I was like stealing the baked goods so I could have food to eat. Because I was living like paycheck to paycheck, working 2 jobs, is still broke, and
Bruce Springsteen lyrics.
and
let me tell you.
and my gym membership.
juice on the sun.
And my gym membership changed their withdrawal date from like the middle of the month to like the first of the month without telling me. So I thought I had like.
Oh, that's the
so I thought
fucking
I had
worst.
so I thought I had like $30 in my account.
Sneaky bills are the worst.
So I had like all these overdrafts on stupid shit like making copies for class because we had to provide our own copies and our own props and stuff like that, and like coffee and this. Like I had like hundreds of dollars
All
of
'cause
like,
your
overdraft
gym
fees
fucking
because of my
shifted.
gym. So like there's like weeks where I just didn't have. I was just trying to pay off the debt. So I was like living off
That
of
sucks.
stale baked goods
Next
from
thing you know,
Jamba Juice.
he's in the sun like Dirk Diggler jerking off. Just don't look at me.
Jamba Juice has more sugar than any fucking you can have 2 milkshakes and it has less fucking sugar than one Jamba
And they
Juice.
promote. They're like, "Would you like a protein boost?" And
Yeah.
you're like, "How about some fucking insulin? You
Yeah,
goddamn
I
animal."
know. I had no fucking idea until I started to watch out for the sugar. And it fucking, dude, there's like
Yeah.
fucking 75 fucking grams in like a small goddamn jar.
Yeah,
It's like,
no,
holy
it's
Can I
shit.
get a watch out for the sugar? Fuck.
Okay, I'll wake up the neighbors. You gotta listen to my podcast live from the 405.
Damn it!
to hear that.
I'm gonna ask if you'll send me one. I really want to put that in. I fucking love that. Anyways, Russell Lewis. Honestly, dude, time fucking flew with you here. I'd love to have you back. Tell us more inside Hollywood stories with Russell Dennis Lewis.
Instagram
Russ,
handle.
where can we find you at? Twitter, all that good stuff.
Again, I suck at social media, so pretty much only Instagram. And it's
Okay,
You're
so-
smart, dude.
I
You're
would
better
say-
off that
It's
way,
way to
man.
do it.
Well,
like my brother is like amazing at it, and I just like I ask him just be like, tell me when to post, tell me what to post. I'm not good at it.
Guess
how
who-
many,
guess who
how
will get in
many
trouble
fucking
first?
views did you get from the gym, though?
A few.
I was laughing my ass off because I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
What?
You're ripped. You're like, fuck, even you, don't what? You even said, you're like, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, he's
ripped.
jacked. Yeah.
I was like, and then I was
I need
teasing
to
because
get
I was
my-
like, he's got his locker open.
I need to get I need to get my follower count up.
I love it.
But
Anytime you try to do something
I actually lost
sexy.
followers. I lost like 100 followers yesterday. I'm like,
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm like,
Wait till this podcast comes out.
I don't know no better, so let's blame the weather. 'Cause I got no care when I hit my groove. 'Cause I got no care when I hit my groove. Well, my music's rolling, I'm moving to that kick and swing, and I put Zeppelin on when I feel the blues. I put Zeppelin on when I feel the blues. Say you might lose your mind if you don't find the time to lose your fucking mind and just have a good time. Oh, even have a real good time. Money's out of downtown. Mike's warehouse is going down by the railroad tracks. Mind the broken glass. By the railroad tracks, don't mind the broken